She's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is my review of The Chi, which is on Showtime. This is season 1, episode 6. I feel like I didn't even watch it in a long time. I'm like, and it was just last Sunday, but it is what it is. I hope everyone is having a great day. Had a great weekend and everything. It is currently 1:45 in the morning. Y'all know I do my reviews very, very late at night, and y'all get them sometime within the nighttime. I'm sorry, my eye, it's like an eyelash fall or something. But anyway, so yeah, The Chi, which y'all know is one of my new favorite shows, did not disappoint today. And, you know, some things came out. So, you know, it starts off, we see Brandon's mom, Laverne, and she's at home with her man, Gravy. Is it Gravy or Greavy? I think it's Greavy. And, you know, he making a breakfast. They all kissy huggy, you know, talking about going on a cruise and everything. So Brandon walking in like, man, y'all up all early. Y'all up spending money y'all don't have yet or whatever. And we know that Brandon and her mom and his mom's boyfriend don't get along too well. Because basically Brandon feel like he just here used his mom and he not going to stick around for a long time. And he like, you know, y'all up here trying to spend money, don't forget, y'all need my signature to sell the house. So this is what it is. And why y'all going on a cruise anyway? Honey, Laverne say, it's our honeymoon. And holds up her room and say, we went to the courthouse and we got married. So we know we doing this thing right. And he looking like, I did what? Like, what? And she's like, yeah, we was going to have a party tonight, you know, just have fun with everybody. And she's like, I want to just kind of enjoy my last day in this house. And he like, I got to work, so I can't be there. His mom, of course, is upset because she wants him to be there to enjoy her happiness or whatever. Brandon kind of just walks away. We do see Greavy go after him. And, you know, because Brandon even to go to work. Greavy catch up with him and he says, like, look, hey, son. Brandon like, dog, stop calling me son. He like, man, you know, I don't mean like that. He like, look. You know, look, I love your mama. You know, I promise you I'm going to do right by her. I'm going to treat her good. And, you know, I just care for her. So, Brown, like, you think you're the first one to do this? You know, she's been through this 2 times before. You know, they always leave her. And you thought that you can just come up here, you know, marry my mama and sell my house? You know, that's not how it's going to go. You know, he said, well, look, you know, 3rd time the charm. He's like, I'm not trying to do anything to hurt her. I love her. I'm going to treat her good. He like, look, stop acting like that. You know what I'm saying? Man up and be there for her. You know, just come by tonight. You know, we're going to have a couple of Heinekens and it's going to be fine. He like, I won't tell you coming and I'm going to leave it at that. So the thing this time when we see Brandon and him talking, there was a different kind of conversation and Greavy came from like a different point of view. His thing wasn't trying to argue with Brandon. It was more of, I see why you have an issue with me. So let me let you know that I love your mom and I'm not like whoever before. I'm going to take care of her. And I think it's the first time someone probably has talked to Brandon like that. So for a moment, Brandon was kind of taken aback like, he told me to man up and be there for my mama. Like, no one else has ever said that to me. And so he leaves, he go off to work or whatever. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. Ronnie is walking around like a goddamn walker from The Walking Dead. Ronnie is down on his deathbed. I mean, he's just, I guess he gonna die any day now. Like, he just walking around like he on his last leg. Well, literally on his last leg. And he went back to the building where he saw Common, where he got shot. He kind of like fell out or whatever, and he walked up. Was he looking with something? He looking with something. Common then walk up with so cute stuff. He like, hey man, you know what's up? You know, assalamu alaikum. What can I help you with? He like, oh no, I lost my chain, my gold chain the other day around here. And you know, he basically talked to him. He said his name is Rafiq. Is it Rafiq? Freaky. Maybe it's Rafiki. Rafiq. And he like, you know, it took me 12 years to kind of find Allah. You know, when I was in prison, if you ever want to lay your burdens down, you know, we always here. He like, I ain't got, he like, nah, you know, you do have burden. Don't say that you don't have them, because you came here all shot up. You came to this place of holiness, and you're going through something. So whenever you're ready to talk about it, lay it all out. You know what I'm saying? Just know I'm here if you want to talk about it. I'm like, okay. So we see that, and that is what it is. We then see Emmett. I'm gonna cover Emmett's whole thing together. Emmett and Amir are trying to make money. They're both hustling in different ways. Amir hustling these goddamn on cigarettes or whatever, and Emmett trying to hustle these shoes. But they both trying to make some money. So Emmett is trying to convince Amir to loan him money, or for them to, to loan him money, so that they can buy these shoes and flip them. And I'm like, well, okay, it is what it is. And, he like, we will need like 10,000 to go get all these shoes. I know somebody who got all these shoes they want to get rid of. And, we can buy whatever amount of money, and then, clean them up, sell them, and flip them. So Amir said, you know what? All right, fine, let's do it. So, they go to this house, and it's this white lady. And I'm like, first of all, she got some wine. What kind of wine is it? Because I'm thirsty. And, she like, well, meet me out back. They go out back. She opened the garage. It's literally like a shoe showroom. All the different sneakers or whatever. And they looking at all these, sneakers and gym shoes on the stuff or whatever. And they're like, okay, cool. So she then says like it's her husband's sneaker collection. He cheated on her. He fucked her sister. So she's pissed off. And she's like, and I want to just get rid of his stuff. So they're like, well, okay. Well, how much you want for it? We'll give you $4,000. Like, well, I won't take less than $5,000. They sell it on $4,500. And so they get all these shoes because he has a shoe collection. She's saying how he kept saying this is an investment that we can make money off these shoes eventually. So she's so pissed off at him for cheating. She's like, all right, I'm gonna sell the shoes. I mean, that's what you do. You piss off somebody. You sell that shit. So we then find out from there, they done bought these shoes. They spent $4,500 that Amir had got from somewhere. Amir then tell Emmett, well, I hunted with you about something. The money that we use, I borrowed it from my Uncle Habib. I'm like, this fool then stole his uncle money, who owned the store, to buy these dang old shoes. So Emmett like, what? Why won't you tell me that before? He's like, well, I thought we could just, get the shoes, flip them, and I can pay it, put it back before he even notices it. And so, and we're like, all right, let me go get my son. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna get it handled or whatever. So he go get his son, and then as he's leaving, he's texting people, calling people, putting out shoe blasts, like, okay, I got all these shoes, come to this location, and it's legit, it is what it is or whatnot. So my microphone, sometimes I just think it's so weird that I have a microphone on. But, and then he's sitting like in this, like under this viaduct alley or whatever, with a van full of gym shoes. So at first nobody's pulling up or whatever. But then slowly but surely, people start pulling up and buying these shoes. And he got girls, dudes, a priest, a cop, coming buying these sneakers, selling all these sneakers. Then this one dude pull up. The gangster dude. Hey man, you got these whatever shoes? Like, yep, I got a size, two in the size 14. So he pulled the shoes out. The guy looking at him, he looked at the SKU number, the SKU number, whatever, and it's the same number. And he like, you trying to sell me fake shoes? He like, what time, man? These ain't fake. These are legit. Look at the stitching. He like, both of these shoes, these SKU numbers the same. You trying to play me? He like, no. He's like, it's probably just an issue with the manufacturing or whatever. Dude pull a gun out as Emmett is standing there holding his son. I'm like, now this is, you really? Bruh. So he like, man, it ain't even like that. He like, no, you trying to penetrate me. I'm like, penetrate? I'm like, is he gay? What? He was like, you trying to penetrate a fraud. Emmett was like, you mean perpetuate a fraud? He like, you gonna correct me? And I got a gun. Man. And he hold a gun up. I'm like, you gonna really pull a gun on somebody with a kid? So we see Emmett run away. Luckily, he does not get shot. So he runs away or whatever. And now him and Amir kind of like mad at each other. Like, man, you out here had me get my uncle money and these shoes is fake and we can't get out. We out of the money and can't sell the shoes. I'm like, well, first of all, y'all sold most of the shoes. Because even when the guy came, it was only maybe like 10, 15 boxes left. You had sold all the other shoes. So y'all made some money. And Amir like, Emmett like, well, I didn't know that the guy was cheating on his wife and buying fake ass shoes. Like, how was I supposed to know that? So Amir's mad because the money he stole from his uncle, he can't pay back. My thing is, you can't be mad at Emmett because you stole some money to do something. You can't. That's the same way of Red can't be upset with Brandon because his brother Jake stole his gun. Ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ask you to steal any money to do anything. You told me that you had the money. If you would have said it was somebody else's money, I probably wouldn't have told you to go through with it. But it was what it was. And, you know, they got to figure that shit out. But it is what it is. Little scene with Brandon. Brandon is at the restaurant or whatever. And we all know the chef's wife, Sarah, likes him. And I think in a certain way, he likes Sarah. So they kind of chit-chatting it up and talking that they're going to do a private catering job later. And they're in the little back area, whatever. And they like knock over something that like spills water on her clothes. So he's like, all right, I'll clean it up. You can go clean yourself off. So she goes to clean herself off. But as he's cleaning up and he turns around and looking, she's taking her shirt off. She has a bra on, but she's taking her shirt off, and he's like looking at her, and she sees him looking at her in the mirror. And I mean, she didn't even put her shirt on. He of course turned and looked away. You know, it was what it was. So we see that little thing. We also find out that he's gonna be working in the restaurant that day because like she put one of his meals on the menu, and chef was like, you know, for some reason, Sarah put your like almost like a rib tip or something. It was whatever food it was on the menu, so you have to be here and cook it all. So he was happy stuff because it's still he's getting to cook his own food. So you know it's cool. But we can tell him and Sarah it's gonna be something. And I don't know if it's going to, because I'm like, I wonder if Chef is also doing something extra with somebody. Like, is he somewhere on the sidelines, you know what I'm saying, getting some extra kitty cats? So we don't know, but it was what it was. But you know, we do see that Brandon is happy that Sarah put his food on the menu and he gets to, you know, do whatever it was what it was. You know, Ronnie still walking around like a goddamn zombie. And he goes to his boy's house, you know, asking about how to unlock a phone because he can't get into the phone. And, you know, one friend suggests, you know, go ask his friends. He's like, well, I don't know none of his friends. He's like, well, go, you know, to the basketball court he used to hang out with. I'm pretty sure one of his friends is over there, and they can probably tell you how to get into it. So he do go over there, whatever. He do see one guy from his school, and, you know, he like, you know, I just want to know if you can get into his phone. He's like, I don't know how to get in that man's phone. He's like, I don't know. He was like, but have you talked to his girlfriend? He like, I didn't know he had a girlfriend. You know, we ain't been that tight recently. So the friend then tell him where the girlfriends live, and then he can go see her. So we see that whole thing. Like, you know, because girlfriends know codes. Some girlfriends know codes. Some girlfriends don't know shit. But we see what it is. You know, we then from there see how Cruz pulling up to Tracy, Jason's mom. And he's asking Tracy about Ronnie. Because again, we know he told Ronnie about Coogie, and he got Coogie killed. Point blank, period. And I think he know on some level that Ronnie killed Coogie. He don't have any proof. So, you know, he go talk to Tracy, and she said, you know, I don't know what's going on with him. You know, I did see him recently. He came here, he had the phone, and but I don't know how he got it. I gotta go, and that's it. So at this point, this kind of lets Detective Cruz know that Ronnie is behind the scenes doing stuff, looking for Jason's killer, even though he told him to leave it alone, but he not. So I'm looking like, well, okay. Little scene with Miss Ethel, Ronnie's grandmother, and Jada, who was Emmett's mom. We know that Jada is her like home health nurse or whatever. Now Miss Ethel is crazy and old, and she's a little bit senile. She done told, you know, Jada, you stole my nail kit, you're putting voodoo on me, and I ain't dumb. I'm a Christian, it don't work. Then from there, she say, come on, let's go. I'm going to get your nails done. I'm like, God damn it, Miss Ethel. You know, but she said it's the least that she can do based on what Jada did for Ronnie. So they're at the nail shop, you know, they're basically just chit chatting or whatever. You know, Miss Ethel asking her if she's dating anybody. Tell her, you know, you need to go ahead and use it while you got it, because when you get old like me, it dries up. So use it and let someone, she said, you need to enjoy it while someone still wants it. I agree. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And then we see Jada, who then goes home. Emmett isn't home yet, so she's happy to have the house by herself. And what does she do? Well, she runs her goddamn bath. She lights some candles, and she uses her shower head to make her head down there feel good. So she has a whole little scene in the tub. What was us? So yeah, that's the whole thing. Q. I like Q. I like how he moves. he is definitely a person that's not to be fucked with. And even without saying much, we see that. You know, he is at his house. We see Trice pull up to Reg them or whatever. And when Q sees them pull up, Q gets his dog that he took from them. And he goes outside and sits on the porch. Trice like, what the fuck? So she go over there. It's Trice, it's Reg, it's like 8 other persons, 8 other people, his boys or whatever. He like, hey, I want Daenerys back. I'm like, first of all, you named your dog after the Queen of Dragons from Mother of Dragons from the Game of Thrones. And then Q say her name was Evangeline now. And if you wanna, go ahead, take it back. Honey, Trice go to reach for his dog. The dog growls and barks. So which means I ain't your dog no more. You know, he says, you know, I've been walking around with her a lot and I see things. I see things going on. You know, Reg then points his gun at Q. Q like, oh, I'm shook. I'm like, see, I like this. You know, he then says, you know, you better let him know what happened to the last person who put a gun in my face. He's like, Reg, put it down. Put it down. So for some reason, Trice is aware of how Q ran things when Q was in power. So he's saying, look, if you back, we got issues. He like, well, look, you never gave me that information I asked you for about that basketball who got killed. He like, back in my day, athletes had a pass. You know, we didn't hurt them, you know, because they was going to be somebody. Like, I heard that boy was going to be somebody, you know, but it is what it is. So as he's talking to them, we see his 2 homeboys coming back from somewhere, but they like sneaking behind the house or whatever. And, you know, he says, you know what? I got to go, you know what I'm saying? And I need y'all to get the fuck off my line before I have my bitch put a hole in your ass. I'm looking like, damn, the dog a bitch? Well, it's probably a female, so it's a female bitch, it's a dog. You know, that's what it is. And, you know, I think what we see is Q has basically punked Trice in front of his whole squad. So when, you know, Q walk in the house and Trice is sitting there and he kind of, what y'all looking at? Go back to work. No one moves immediately. They all kind of look like, you just let this old man punk you. And you want our bosses around? I mean, they go, but it's clearly they see this old man is something. And, you know, he done punked our own top dog or whatever. He done stole the dog and everything. So we then see Q, 2 boys back in the house. They saying, he like, all right, what's over there? So we see that whole thing was so that his boys can have time to go in the house and see what they have. They're like, man, they got guns, all kind of guns, you know, AR-15s, all these military government type guns, and, you know, they don't know where they got them from. Q like, I want them guns. So, you know, get it together. I'm looking like, see, hey, Q. He's an old school person who runs shit. And he just gives off this aura of authority. And I'm here for it. You know, it is what it is. We do see Ronnie go see Jason's girlfriend. And it turns out old girl is pregnant. She is 7 months pregnant. And, you know, she says how Jason knew that she was pregnant. And not only did Jason know that she was pregnant, his mama knew or know that she's pregnant. Now, Tracy Anthony says shit about her having a grandchild on the way or anything, you know. And the girl says, like, you know, his mom didn't want him seeing me. You know, she wanted him focused and just strictly doing basketball. Like, she did not like us being together. She said, but Jason didn't want to keep playing basketball. He was only doing it initially before he met me, and that wasn't his dream anymore. And he said, you know, can you open his phone? And she straight up takes the phone and she opens it. So when he leaves out, we see Cruz is outside the gate. I'm looking like, how the fuck did Cruz know? Well, you know, he's a cop. It is what it is. So Cruz pop up and he basically take Ronnie down to the station. He like, you know, Coogee was killed, you know, he didn't kill Jason, you know, I can do things to help you, you know, where were you at the night that Coogee was killed? And he says, I was fucked up with my boys, you know, it was a couple days after Jason got killed. I don't use that voice. It was a couple days after Jason got killed, so I don't remember what time it was, you know, I was with them all night, it's all fucked up. Cruz then says, look, you know, in that phone is probably something that can solve his murder. You know, if you let me, I can help you. Ronnie said, you want to help me or help yourself? Because Ronnie know that Cruz know he would get in trouble if anyone knew he told Ronnie they had Coogee in custody. So Ronnie is, is smart enough to know that Cruz is not only working to find Jason's killer, he's also working to make sure that no one knows he's the reason, technically, that Coogee was found by Ronnie in the first place. So we do see that Ronnie unlocked the phone and gave it to Cruz, but we don't see what Cruz kind of sees in the phone. We see Cruz going through the phone, so you know that what it was. We then see Sarah and Brandon at this party, and they are finished. She gives him a paycheck, and then he like, so what you gonna do with all this food? She's like, oh, I'm probably take it back to the restaurant and get rid of it. You know, things are kind of, you know, we needed this party tonight. You know, we need the work or whatever. He's like, well, the restaurant is always busy. I thought it was doing great. She's like, you know, not as much. My husband isn't all that good with the numbers, so I'm taking over the books. And she's like, that's why, you know, we needed this whole gig or whatever. He's like, well, how about, you know, don't throw the food away. Let me have it. And she was like, well, for what? And he's like, well, come with me and I'll show you. They then go to his mom's wedding party. Now, at the party, before he got there, she hadn't came down yet. You know, everyone is there. You know, Gravy is like, where you at? Come down. What's going on? And she's like, just give me a minute. You know, just give me a minute. I think she was waiting for him to get there. So he gets there. He's brought food. And, you know, he vibing with people. You know, he talking with Gravy and everything. It was a really great moment. She then see he there and he brought food. I knew you was going to come, baby. I knew you was going to come. So, you know, he introduced her to Sarah. Say, you know, this is my boss or whatever. They, you know, drink beers. It's like a nice little time. She get to see his mom, and, you know, he then gives a toast basically saying how, you know, he see how his mom has finally found love, how she's happy, and to how he's happy that she's happy, and that, you know, even living with them has taught him things about Gravy and how he really cares for his mom. So I think it took him being checked by Gravy to see he really does care for his mom, and that's why in this ending moment he like, look how happy she is, and he really is trying to take care of her. So, you know, I can't really be mad at that. So, you know, that was a great thing. So he just gives a toast and says, you know, great, 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 great. And I'm like, well, that's a good thing. And everything was. Did I miss anything? I'm like, it's almost over. So yeah. Then we do see like his mom and Sarah kind of bonding, and oh, I like the restaurant, and, you know, say like, you know, we'll come by anytime, you know, we can make a reservation for y'all, you know, it's fine. So, you know, the party's over, they're leaving or whatever, and him and Sarah sitting outside talking, honey, and they kiss. And I'm like, they was just talking, you know, he was bringing up how, you know, I think like him and Jericho wasn't together, and I don't know how they started kissing, but they started, and I don't mean like a kiss, but you kiss, you're like, oh, what am I doing? They did that, and then they kept kissing. I'm like, Brandon, that's that man's wife. But we see that he likes her, but we also know she like him, and she was, girl, all over his body, and so that was that in the scene. And then the last end of the evening, we see Q and one of his boys creeping up on the house, Reg in the house, and they go in, and they this mercenary sniper. Pew, 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 pew. I'm like, y'all, it's a whole killing spree. They went up in the house. Now we don't know who all was in the house, so that we can't see if who they killed. We do see they killed the person at the front door. There was also a guy in a chair facing the wall who had headphones on, so he didn't see anything. We didn't see if they killed him either. And then they're looking into the toy box, and they see on these toy boxes all the guns are in there. So then from the outside of the house, all we see is, you know, the gunshot flares going off, and then pew, 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 pew. So they then killed a lot of people. We don't know we don't know if they killed Reg. We don't know if they killed Jake. We don't know if they killed, you know, we don't know who is dead, but some people is dead. And we then see them carrying all the guns out in the toy boxes, and they're putting it into a van. And I'm like, Quincy, Q ain't nothing to play with, baby. And we see the preview for the next episode. We kind of see if y'all watching this, I'm pretty sure you either already watched the episode, and if you have, this was on the episode, so I'm not giving any spoilers away or whatever. But you know how they show like a little preview of the next episode. We do see Q having Emmett work with him in some capacity with these guns. You know, we do see him taking the guns to Sonny's restaurant, and you know, Sonny and Emmett seeing it and, you know, having to figure things out. And there's a scene where Q says to Emmett, "Do you know what I do?" And then he said, "You hustle." And then he said, "Nah, I handle shit." I said, "Well, go ahead, Q. Okay, do that." Handle some things. So, you know, it was a really, really good episode. I cannot wait till next week. People kept saying this season or this series will be like The Wire. I never watched The Wire. I really didn't. I don't know why I never did. And then when I tried to catch up on it later on in life, I got to maybe like episode 2. And I didn't really care about it, so I'm like, it was what it was. But I love this series, you know, The Chi. And I cannot wait for the rest of this the rest of the season to unfold. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review of The Chi. And until next time, people, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.